Hello, welcome to my new Adobe Illustrator tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a trefoil infinity loop logo the correct way. If you do like my content, please like, subscribe and hit that notification button. You'll be able to see all my future updates and content. Thank you. Okay, so let's begin. The first thing we need to do is select the polygon hexagon tool from the toolbar on the left hand side. Hold down Shift and the left mouse button, then drag the mouse anywhere until you get a decent sized hexagon. What we need to do now is rotate this 90 degrees. The next thing we need to do is select the line tool. We need to draw a triangle within the hexagon from top anchor point to the bottom two side anchor points. If your smart guides are on, it will display anchor in pink. This tells you if it's perfectly in the center of the anchor point. Now draw a line from here to here. Then one here to here. And then again from this side to this side. Now draw a line from bottom to top in the center. Now we need to draw a smaller triangle in the center of these points. So draw a line from here to here. Here to here. And finally here to here. Okay, so what we need to do now is draw two lines at each side of the hexagon. So two vertical lines, and make sure they're flush and extend them down past the hexagon. So left side and then the same on the right side. Okay, we need to make an outer triangle. Press V for the selection tool and hold Shift and then click the first three lines we made to create the triangle. Whilst those are selected, go to the Shape Builder tool on the left hand side and then click in the center of the triangle. This will make it one solid object. Okay, now we need to go to Object, Path and then Offset Path. In the offset path box, adjust the number so that the outer triangle is bigger than the hexagon. And make sure there's a small gap between the hexagon and outer triangle, like so. If you look now, we can see some new intersections on where we can draw the last guidelines. Select the line tool and draw a line from the first intersection to the other. And do the same for the two bottom corners. So here to here, and finally here to here. Okay, the guides are now complete. So what we need to do now is select all, right click, and then go down to Make Guides. Now go to the Layers panel and rename this to Guides, then lock the layer. In the Layers panel, create a new layer and rename this to Small Ellipse. Now go to the stroke color options and change the color to orange. On the toolbar, select the ellipse tool. Then on the bottom right side of the anchor intersection, hold down Shift, Alt, and hold the left mouse button. Drag it until you hit the horizontal line of the outer triangle. You should feel it snap on. It should now be perfectly aligned and flush with the guides. Now copy and paste the ellipse and drag it to the intersected anchor point on the left hand side. Make sure it's aligned, perfectly flush with the guides. Again, copy the ellipse, then bring it to the top intersected anchor point. This one's slightly off, so I just need to adjust it perfectly to the center of the point, like so. Press V, then select all the ellipses. Now go to the toolbar and select the Add Anchor Point tool. What we need to do now is add new anchor points onto these intersecting cross sections. Make sure to do it exactly where the lines cross. Then repeat at every intersected cross section. What we now need to do is trim off the areas we no longer need. Now click the Direct Selection tool. Then copy what I'm doing while holding Shift and the left mouse button. So drag over the parts we don't need, then press Delete. Now go to the Layers panel on the right and lock the small ellipse layer. Create a new layer and name it Large Ellipse. Go to the stroke options and change the color to a dark red. Now select the Ellipse tool again. Go to this point here and hold Alt and Shift and your left mouse button until you see it flush again. Make sure it's flush at the two left and right sides, like so. Okay, so now we need to do is open the Transform panel tool. Now adjust the numbers in increments until you see the layers perfectly overlapping. It might take a few changes and adjustments, but you'll know when it's overlapped perfectly by eye. Now copy and paste the ellipse and move to this anchor point here. Zoom in to make sure it's perfectly center of the anchor point. Copy and paste that one and move it to the left side and do the same. Again, making sure it's perfectly centered. Now select all and select the anchor points tool again. What we need to do is then add anchor points to these intersections. So this one here, this here, this one here, and finally this here. Now select the Direct Selection tool, then holding Shift, drag to the areas we no longer need, then press Delete to remove them. And there we go, we have a trefoil loop. On the Layers panel, click the eye symbol to hide the guides, and then click Unlock on the small ellipse layer. Select all and adjust the stroke size in the stroke options. Make sure the stroke caps are set to projecting caps. Then adjust the weight to your desired thickness. Now go to Object, Expand, then press OK. If you zoom in, you'll see some overlapping areas that we need to trim. On the toolbar on the left, select the Shape Builder tool. While holding Alt, go around and click all those excess areas we need to trim, like so. And do the same on every side. This will clean up all the edges around the outer. What we need to do now is merge these 6 segments and make them into 3 segments. So hide the Layers panel. Okay, so open the Pathfinder panel. You can also find the Pathfinder at Window and go down until you see Pathfinder. Now click these two segments, and on the Pathfinder tool, click here on Unite, then change the color to yellow. Then again, click these two segments on the Pathfinder tool, then click on Unite, then change the color to blue. And finally, click these two segments on the Pathfinder tool and click Unite. We now have 3 segments. What we want to do now is give the logo the illusion of being infinite. So select all and go to Object, Path, Offset Path. Then set the offset to around this weight. This will add a border on the outer and inner of each segment. Select all and go to the Shape Builder tool again. Hold Alt and then remove all the outer and inner borders that we just created, like so. Now remove these areas to create the infinity illusion. So click here, 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 and here. Then select all, then go to the Pathfinder, and then click Unite whilst all selected, and you'll have one solid vector object. Change it to black, and there we have it, a finished trefoil logo. And what we could also do is change it to white as a negative, so you can either have a mono black and a mono white logo. And there we go, the finished trefoil symbol. And that's basically how you design sacred geometry in logo design. If there is another logo style you want me to cover, leave a comment in the pinned comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe and click that notification button for all new future content. And thank you for watching this new video.